So, we finally got here after waiting for a long ass time. We're finally on the battlefield. You see the map right there. It's fucking time, boys. It's time for Shibashou to go in. And for anyone that knows this channel, you know we've been pretty contentious about where Shibashou ranks. I know Twali will he'll argue certain shit like, oh, he didn't say he's bad necessarily. He just says we need to see more from him. Like he's always taking like that sly little angle, sitting on the fence while trying to make us calm down on the Shibashou hype every chance he gets. But Twale, I mean, it's time now.
It's time, and I was saying I
say
was
your
stand
piece
by
or
what I
prepare to
said.
hold this L.
Listen. My statements were exactly what you said. We need to calm down because you were putting him above people like Renpod. It's like, bro, that's wild.
And it seems like at this
Renpod
point
is
I was sleeping on him. Shit.
shit. I mean, look, his Hara is hyping up his army. I'm not gonna cap. This nigga's army is fucking goaded.
That's
Given
fact.
everything given the hype that just has been circulating around these niggas are goaded. I will give you that. But at the same time, my nigga, it is Ousen. Like in
Of
Ousen, we
course.
trust, my nigga. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's not like it's gonna be an easy dub for this nigga, if a dub at all. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
Of course, just the fact that he's up
so
against Ousen though, like that's some
that's
top
because
five shit if
Raboku.
I've ever seen.
That's because Raboku a bitch. Raboku is dead ass playing reserves like Uhon. Raboku a bitch.
Hey, I mean, when you got that much of a fucking absolute monster in the center, why not? Why not?
Nah, because nigga, this was supposed to be Raboku versus Ousen Part 2. Now it's Ousen versus Shibashou. You know what I'm saying? With Raboku, like Raboku's dead ass looking like a lieutenant right now, and he's the supreme commander. Like
Bro,
that's like
listen,
some corny
listen.
ass shit.
Sometimes there comes a point in life where you need to get your big brother to handle it. Sometimes sometimes
Word.
that just is
And
what it
there's
is.
and sometimes you need little bro to come handle it too. I see. Like, let's see. Shibashou got 30, then Kansaro got 20. Okay, Fuon got 10.
That boy
So that's
Fuke got
30 up
30.
front. Giaga got 20. So like I ain't gonna cap to you, my nigga. I ain't gonna cap to you. It's not like we getting stomped in the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like we up 10K with So and Siriu. We even with Akko and Gakusho and Fuon. Then Remy is in the back with 10K. I mean, he's lacking against fucking Kinsaro, but Ousen got 50K. So you know what I'm saying? He can send over. Like it's not like we in like dire straits, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's
that's
mostly
why I
just the
wanted
right
to
wing.
yeah, that's why I wanted to wait for this. Like, cause like the two wings, yeah, we could talk about that, but like you want to dive into the meat and potatoes
Nah, I just want
head
your
up.
I just want your predictions.
Oh, nah, I ain't gonna cap to you. Like I said, Akko got death flags all over him, bro. I'm
Oh,
not even gonna cap to
before
you.
we get to that, give me your stats for Shibasho. You have to give them.
What was it? I give him 90. I said what 96 to 98 in
Oh my
strength.
goodness.
I give him a 96 to 98 in strength, depending on what we see from him,
Bro,
right? Because we
96 is
haven't.
nasty work right there.
I'm just saying we haven't even seen him clash with anybody, but given
Bro,
the strength of
he
his
clashed with the
subordinates,
floor. Motherfucker clashed with the floor. Who else be doing that?
oh god, here we go. Leadership, you know what I'm saying? We'll buff him. We'll give him a 99 in leadership because this nigga has four. What he had? Yeah, he had four generals that were decent. You know what I'm saying? That are a decent level. So fuck it, we'll give him a 99 in leadership, especially since he's been holding down just his one city. They was able to stop Ordo and you know what I'm saying his niggas. So
Well, I think more importantly, it seems like his subordinates have an even closer connection than typical subordinate general relationship.
that too. Seems like they truly worship this nigga like as a god. And he's like, I don't know.
You'd be worshiping that
I just
96, boy. Whew.
and then what is it, tactics and strategies and shit? I don't really know because everything so far has been Raboku, but since Raboku said he was three great heaven level, then it's like fuck it. I'll give him at least a 90. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him at least a 95 in tactics and shit.
All right, do you think he has instincts?
I do think he's an instinctual general, yes. Just to spice things up more.
Okay, I mean, I disagree with the 96, but it's looking pretty nice if he's a 95 intelligence, fuck ton of leadership, and he has instincts on top of that. Strong as fuck. I mean, the boy looking nice. I could see that being over Rempa.
Nah, man, because Rimpa had instincts and strategies too. He was a hybrid, and that nigga was hella strong, and he had fucking the what is it, the general's weight to like inspire niggas and the morale boosting. Like we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to say before. We don't know any of those factors from Shibashou yet. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? So it's
convinced
like
he's stronger than Rempa though. I'm convinced.
Rimpa in his old age. I mean, not much to go off of, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have much to argue with either,
How fucking
considering that.
how big this
No, I'm just
motherfucker
saying
is,
like,
dude. Him
nah,
crashing the
he is
floor by
huge.
walking, like I just don't see Rempa being stronger than this dude. Especially since Rempa has kind of been like used as a hype tool in a sense where it's like even guys like Bananji, Eiko, Kyoun, they have like similar physical strength to him. He's kind of been like downplayed in a way. Well, with Shibashou, I don't see that being the case at all.
It just depends on who he clashes with and how, you know what I'm saying, how he handles that. Like
Oh, you gonna handle it, but he's probably gonna clash with Shin at some point.
either
But
Shin or Uhon at this point. I ain't gonna cap to you because, like I said, I feel like what is it? The way they was building up homeboy on the left of Shiva Show, Giaga, the way they was hyping that nigga up, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a problem. So CDU and So are definitely gonna have, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have their hands full with him, even though they up 10K. So
yeah, if Shiryu and Solo can give him a competitive war, that's pretty damn impressive. I think most
and
people
then you got
expect them to kind of like mid diff him, but I don't see that actually. I think they're obviously at a disadvantage, but they could probably hold their own. But just Jagger's positioning in general, it's interesting.
and then the fact that we got old boy Kinsaro, who's supposed to be the right hand man, he's just chilling in the you know what I'm saying? He's just chilling in the middle. So it's like
Yeah, definitely some plans for him because you could have had Kansaro just do what Gakusho's doing right now against Eiko.
right,
So the fact that he's not,
right,
definitely some important shit that he's gonna do.
building up for something at the very least. So with all that playing into the fact that you know I see them doing damage, especially given the narrator's hype about this being the bloodiest war and the most losses. Like I really do see his army doing damage, but how much damage and to who specifically, I'm not sure. At least in terms of like Shibashou himself.
You know what's funny? The
What up?
the Ousen army take out Shibashou. They're facing a tougher task than the entirety of the autonomous army.
Take out Shibashou. They're facing. Okay, you're just cat. Okay, bro, you're wild. You're wilding right
Huh?
now.
No,
You're
no
wilding,
way you
bro.
disagree with that.
Ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Take out Shibashou. You said right.
Yeah.
Fu On loses to Baji Fu.
I'm talking about who who the Otomo army is facing.
Right. Baji Fu, Banaji, SSJ. You know what I'm saying? Like the only wash nigga over there is that nigga Koten Minhaku. Like that. That's the only wash nigga over there. You know what I'm saying? He don't even have that many niggas. He has 20K. Like he ain't shit. But SSJ and Banaji, bro, that's at least Giaga and Kinsaro.
Yeah, then you have a whole ass Gakusho who's comparable
Right.
to them as well. So, the Senate looking clear right now. It's a powerful ass fucking force. Like the
I
entirety
mean,
of
no,
the
no, it
Otomo army
is.
is going up against a weaker force than fucking Shibashou's army without Shibashou. Like that's crazy. And my man Eiko holding it down, the first to fucking charge. You know what I'm saying? Running into those
Technically
traps
the
like they ain't
last.
shit.
Technically the last to charge, but
Hey,
we'll leave that up. We'll
first
leave that
to
up for later.
first to do something important. What's everyone else doing?
Easy.
Fucking watching the goat. That's what they doing.
Nah, my nigga Shin sparked it off.
Hey man,
My nigga Shin sparked it off. He said
Shin.
charge or some Dukio shit. And I'm so hyped that this nigga has 30K. and they're going up against 70. Like that, crazy. But it's not crazy enough. You feel me? Like, and Raboku's right there, but niggas don't know it. So it's like,
Yeah, the fact that this is who Shin's up against is very interesting. Obviously, shit's gonna change. It's probably gonna look drastically different by the time it's all said and done. But you can already see like glimpses of interesting strategy. Like Shin, obviously, he can make crazy decisive moments, but if you just stall him out, it could work. I mean, I would think it's more complicated than that, but it's not necessarily a bad battle strategy if you think one of the other two wings, probably he's thinking Shibashou, is gonna put in that work, and then Shin can just fight fucking 70k of fodder and be like, yeah, I'm mowing them down. I got another 5k down tonight, boys. While Ousen's army's getting destroyed or something. Like, it could be a decent strategy, or maybe he's baiting Shin into pushing too far or whatever the case is. I don't know, but it's interesting for sure. I wouldn't say it's more interesting than the center. I don't know why you wanted to talk about it first.
cause I'm hyped for these niggas having 30K
For
and the
that too.
strategies that and the strategies that they could pull off. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the first time where it's just Shin. And you know what I'm saying? It's just Shin and his unit on an entire wing. And they're about to hold it. I'm telling you, they're not about to fail. They're not about to have back-to-back L's like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really feel like 10 is about to have a moment. Kyokai's about to do something beastie. Like, Kyokai has her own 10K. Like, they glossed it over, but she's a fucking general now, my nigga. Like, that, yo, that's important, my nigga. Because
So
if he's focused, you
is
know what I'm
K a
saying? Like,
general too?
I would assume so. Her and fucking Fute.
That's garbage. I mean, the fact that
Unless
Fute is
unless
leading
her
30k
10K,
is it's not
I was
even
about
like
to
he's
say,
leading 30k because that's him plus fucking Kane's numbers is Reboku's entire force. So they're not even technically leading. But for some reason, Hara wanted to display it like that.
and that was another thing. Like Fute was talking about in a previous chapter, like him being out on the battlefield and being like wild out. So it's like niggas is gonna be doing some maneuvering. Like there's gonna be constant moving around. And I really feel like given like the way the map is set up, and we know that like Raboku showed himself to Akko and them, it's like Shin and them could possibly see that too and try to go to pinch of that. So it's like now Raboku is getting like sandwiched in, and this like nigga, because like this, what's this dude's name? NK? Incon, like he's not really important. You know what I'm saying? He's just a general in front of us. But if like Shin can see Raboku and like take his own, like, yo, I'm taking 10K or whatever, and then he leave 20K to Kario 10 and Kyokai, and then they stall this nigga out while him and Akko go tag team Raboku. Like that would be some crazy shit. And then Shibashou will come through and do some crazy shit to, you know what I'm saying, to save Raboku. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But
Yeah, well, that's what people are assuming just because of the most troublesome comment. It's funny how people base an entire theory around them downplaying Eiko. Like they can't buy that Eiko is the most troublesome on the battlefield. It's like it has to be Shin. But
nah, because just narratively it makes more sense. Think about it. When has Akko ever been the most troublesome for Dazal? Not to say that Akko's not a beast. You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about Akko. But like, when has Akko ever been the most troublesome?
I could honestly argue his entire like the entire time that Western's out in a way because obviously Shin and Ohan they they're the ones that made the biggest impact, but put them in an equal situation. Can they play that supporting role to let two other generals flourish? I wouldn't say so. So he's still like putting in that fucking work just in his own way. He's being the greatest staller. As fucking Brago's talking about Marco being a top tier staller. Fucking Eiko is the stalling god, boy. You can stall
I
anyone
get
and their
that.
fucking mother.
No, I get that. Like I said, he a powerful general. I fucks with Akko, but like in terms of that war, he's not the most dangerous if he's just stalling. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it
Whereas
depends
Shin
on
and
the exact
Uhon have
translation because
actually,
if you're using troublesome, then you can say him existing and being able to like reinforce people or like him just being in the way. It's very troublesome, and so without him in the way, they can actually target Shin and Ohan.
yeah. The only reason why I feel like he was talking about Shin and Uhon is because like I feel like the chapter before he was saying that the reason why he lost to he lost to Ousen was because of them, and then niggas highlighted how fucking Shin did that Duke PO moment last year in the Conky War. So it's like Shin is always doing some shit. Like if anybody can outmaneuver or just like confuse Raboku, it's probably Shin at this point. Besides like Ousen. You know what I'm saying? But like on like in the actual goings of the battlefield, it's really Shin.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
And my nigga's a full fledged, like, yo, he got 30K, my nigga. That's, yo, I'm sorry, that's hype to me.
I want to be
That's
hyped
so
about
fucking
it, but
hyped.
I just don't really care that much at the moment because the center and left are just so much more interesting to me.
Fine, let's swing over to the left. My baby
Ah,
girl. Baby girl. Ooh, ooh, killer. Ooh. All right. So she got two new niggas. Oh
yeah,
no,
they're
those are
basically scrubs from Kin.
yeah, okay, figured. I thought those were Kwang Rong niggas. So she basically just has Kwang Rong soldiers littered throughout her forces, which is probably better than having an actual like Kwang Rong commander.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if she had a capable Quan Ron commander and he wasn't shown at all in Western Zao.
Right, right.
So let me
So
ask you:
yeah.
are you disappointed in her opposition? One and two, how do you see the battle playing out? Because I know some people they're arguing the fact that her opposition isn't as impressive as other battlefields, or namely the center, is because she's gonna destroy them or something.
Well, I don't see her destroying them. However, I do see them having a good like I what's his name? Kosen Minaku? That nigga's dying. Simply for the fact that he don't fuck with SSJ, so he's dead.
So wait,
Like
who's he
just off
dying to? What's the most pathetic death you can give him?
Kitari on her way to go try to save her boo Heki.
I don't know. I think Empo might give him them hands.
And yo,
You know what I'm
listen.
saying?
That old nigga, yeah, that old nigga got hit. All right, yeah,
The
cool.
monkey fist.
Old man info, yeah. I'm about to say hit him with the monkey fist.
Yeah.
Cool. That rocks. I bet. Um, I really want to see Baji Fu. Not yeah, but I'm not Baji Fu. I want to see Banaji versus Baggio, just so we could put all that shit to bed. Just you know what I'm saying, just so we can put that shit to bed. But at the same time, it's like who fights Baji Fu? I mean, Bafuji. Like I feel like the Figo King would be a good match, but then again, like I don't know. I feel like the Figo King is the only one that can fight Bafuji, but I don't feel like that's enough for the Figo King. But then again, Bafuji is really strong, so that might be a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, I could see
I
Figo
forget.
high diffing Bafuji. I don't think
Like, yeah,
Bafuji is quite on Figo's level personally, but I would say he's not that far behind.
right. I just forget how strong he is, even though he's not that big. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have the stature, but he is decently strong. Like he was able to withstand Zeno's hit, so
Yeah, you just have to remember that he's not quite as trash as Fute's bitch ass.
right, right. But then they got an extra 20K. It's like, are we if we see SSJ actually take to the battlefield, then I'm gonna be hype as a bitch. Because then we can have Tanwa versus SSJ, Baggio versus Banaji, Figo King versus Baji Fu, Kitari and Enpo versus the Kosamin Haku nigga. And you know what I'm saying? Like, not that it's an easy win, but like I can see it being a decent victory. I
Because
mean, it's
from
baby
what I've
girl. Like, come
seen,
on.
people say that they're gonna mid diff them, and that's why Giaga's there because Giaga's gonna come as reinforcements or something.
Damn, they're gonna mid diff them? Like,
I don't buy that shit, but you know,
yeah, I was about to say, when did niggas start shitting on Banaji and SSJ like that?
well, people put more respect on SSJ, but people be shitting on Bonanji a whole lot throughout the years. But I don't
Damn.
know. I like the battle first of all. Like the whole SSJ and Yotama battle of wits, I think is very interesting. And Bonanji, finally finding a battle that really excites him, and he can truly go demon mode. And this is more personal to him than other battles, so to say. I like that.
Yeah.
I want to see Bonanji going fucking in,
And
especially
that's why I want Banaji versus Baggio. You know what I'm saying? I want to see both of them use their demon modes and see whose demon is stronger type shit. Like, let's get it.
yeah, but Fuji. I don't really care that much, but he's a solid addition. Overall, there's just a lot of unknowns about this battle, and there's a lot of different dynamics you can play with, which I think make it very interesting.
Um, I would say this though. I feel like the Zao have the upper hand just because like they're more used to fighting. Like this Zao army in particular is accustomed to fighting mountain tribes. So I don't know. I feel like they're gonna put up a better fight than say the niggas at Psy or uh what was the nigga that lost his fucking arm? Baggio. Can't remember his name right now. The nigga only had one eye. Kosen Ryu. You know what I'm saying? Like
For
they're
some
gonna
reason,
put
I'm
up a
thinking
way,
about that old nigga that fucking died to Baggio.
but yeah, they're gonna put up a better fight than Kosen Ryu's army. So I am looking forward to like Yotawa's army getting a real test
For sure. But
because niggas
if
do be
Giaga comes to
shitting
the
on
left
that.
and neither Bonanji or Shinsuju are dead, then I think Zhao mid diffs kin at that point. Giaga is
Yeah, but
a
then
whole fucking force to add.
that leaves Shibashou too open.
Depends because he still has two very capable commanders plus himself. I don't know. But this whole Eiko battlefield, the fact
I
that
mean,
Eiko's excelling in the ways he always does, it's kind of disappointing in a way because you want to see him do some other shit. You don't want to see him be the staller all the time, but man, he's just such a badass. Like he's just such a gritty, resilient motherfucker, and he always be doing this shit. Always surprising you or like exceeding your expectations in some way. And maybe not the most flashy way, but I can't get this motherfucker out of here way. Like goddamn.
look,
And that just
so
fits his
long as
personality so well. He's a raw ass motherfucker. He might not be as strong as Mobu, but he's definitely a badass in his own way.
so long as he don't go out like fucking Akko. I mean not Akko, like Mako. I'm good.
Bro, he ain't going
I'm
out.
good.
Period. What you mean? He ain't going out. Period.
Nah, I don't know, my nigga, because I really felt like Shiba Show is already lurking. Like they like say let's say Akko is the target, right? Like you think, and he's the most troublesome. Like they're
Well, I'm
literally
not
this
sure
is
if he
their
is.
plan. But I'm just saying, let's say the obvious choice is the one in front of us, and he is the target. They're gonna put a lot of eggs in this basket, and I feel like him having this spring back to life is gonna be what like, all right, we gotta use our trump card now. So it's like while they think Raboku was gonna do the strike, it comes from another angle and then the Sheba show. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see that.
Still a fucking lamest way to do it though. Oh, I wonder what
Hey,
Riboku has planned. Oh, his plans fail. Oh, Shiba Show's here. All right.
I
Well,
mean
fuck off.
that's what this whole war is. Raboku's plans failed, so let me call little bro.
Nah, that's big bro. But I mean, the only saving grace I think is that Hara's fucking purposely playing on the dynamic of we don't know how strong the center army is necessarily, and that's a big advantage for Zhao. So I think
Right.
in a sense that wouldn't be that bad because you could argue Eiko if he knew how strong Shibasho was, he wouldn't have done this. But the fact that he doesn't and he thinks he can like withstand anything, and then there's just that one fucking general that he couldn't withstand in this moment, and it's like you can't really blame Eiko at that point, even though he was being reckless. So like I think it's like a decent way to make all parties look good while also, you know, coming through with the shit actually mattering in terms of them not knowing how strong Zao is and that biting them in the ass. So we'll see on that, but I still don't like it if that's the case. I would much rather fucking this just lead to like 5 steps later. Oh, we're targeting Shin or Ohan than that shit.
Mhm. Question: what do you think Uhon does in this situation if shit gets hairy?
Well, my personal prediction is that it's going to be Ohan versus Shibasho, and
Mm.
either I don't think he's going to quite get put in a coma, but it's going to be like not far off from that.
Oh, come on. Like, all right, see, I was just about to say, if Uhon fights Sheba Show, he can't get bodied.
Yeah, he's going to get bodied, but he's not going to get bodied so bad that we got to wait till the end of the fucking war for him to come back. But he might be out for like a couple days or something, or he might be out for a significant amount of time. It really depends on how long
Oh
this war
no.
lasts. Like this war could fucking end today because it's fucking Kingdom. Like who knows?
I mean, these Al niggas are trying to end this shit quick. They keep talking about, like, at least the Sheba Show niggas, like, yeah. The faster we can end this, the better. My lord likes to end shit quick. Shibashou's like, yeah, let's end this shit and go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do seem to be a speedy bunch, so I don't see it being one day though, but I don't know.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like, all right, Akko is in some shit and he like pulling off some Akko, you know what I'm saying? He's pulling off some Akko level feats, but he gonna need help eventually. The only problem is, does our help come before or after their help? Because if it comes before their help, then I think Akko's fucked. You know what I'm saying? Just like with how stories are written in the flow of the battles. Like if Shin or Uho make their move first, then somebody on Quinn is dying. But if Zhao makes their move and then Shin and them make their move, then we might break even type shit.
I just hope it's written well. I just hope it's something surprising instead of just Shibasho bodies Eiko. Which, granted, if Eiko holds his own and like puts up a respectable fight, then dies, then that's not that bad in terms of like a way for Eiko to go out. I still don't like the lack of creativity behind all of it, but it is what it is at that point. But to me, honestly, the most interesting battle is Giaga versus Shiryu and Solo because Giaga's a fucking menace, man. He's a tank. So I'd be very interested to see how Solo would be able to like halt them.
They're gonna jump that nigga.
Yeah, well, they'll fucking lose if they jump him. So this is another battle. I hope it's not as simple as Shiryu sees Giaga, she's cocky, and then she goes to fight Giaga and she dies. That would be fucking retarded to me.
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't like that either. But that's why I say they jump him. Like I feel like because Soho is on his toes already, like given the Akko situation, he's already like on his P's and Q's and shit. Like,
Bro,
all
Solo
right,
sucks. He can't even please his bitch. Like this dude's fodder.
what? Where did what?
You heard me.
Okay.
Fucking
Nah, I'm just
she
he
said
said
it
when
herself,
you're
man. She
tired,
she needs to do
when
all
you're
like halfway
tired,
through. She needs to do all the work. What is that? She's
that's
the
him
fucking
enjoying the
man of the
ride, nigga.
relationship. Like that's crazy.
Nah, that's him enjoying the ride.
Hey, you don't have a
When
choice.
my
You don't
bitch
have a
gets
choice.
freaky. My bitch gets freakier after I bust the first nut. Oh yeah, I love her.
The fact that was even stated, like that's hilarious though.
Nah, horror is crazy for that. But
Yeah, and like I
I
said,
don't know. Like
Solo devious nigga. The fact that he likes that too. Like, there's something wrong with this dude.
ain't nothing wrong with that nigga. He got him a bad bitch and he feeling he's good. He's in a good position. I don't know. I feel like okay, So versus Giannis. I feel like because they have the numbers advantage, because So is already on his P's and Q's, I feel like that's a better matchup than you're giving it credit for.
No, I think it'll be a good
At
battle.
least I'm hoping. But yeah, because
Let
I'm
me ask
hoping
you
he
this,
doesn't
because
just go
I'm
into
about
a
to end this
reckless.
soon. So, who do you think Kansaro fights? Who does Jaga fight? And who does Kyokai fight?
Yo, not for nothing. I'm hoping Kyokai like loops out and does her own thing and attacks the center, and where she kills Fute and Kane, or like at least one of them. Um, honestly, I want Kinsaro. I want to say Jinrimi, but at the same time, Jinrimi is not a fighter.
Yeah, he's not a fighter. I
Yeah,
think that'd
so
be
if
a
if
I think that'd be a pretty dope war though, because Denrimi, even though he's not the right hand, he's someone that's like he seems worthy of being the right hand if Eiko wasn't around.
yeah, I feel like he's the right hand, like he's the left hand in terms of like strategy. Like Akko's the right hand for martial might, and he's the left hand for like backup strategies and shit. Because I don't know. Because his army was stated to be like the most strategic or whatever. Like they're not the most strategic, but they're like the best trained or whatever. Like they're physically the best trained because he's not a fighter, so he just has a really strong army,
Mm-hmm.
which is like basically every other army at this point because everybody has fucking monster elites except the Haishin unit. But yeah, we
How
gotta
strong do
see.
you
I
think
don't know.
Kansaro is?
Martially, I feel like he's a Gyoun.
Okay, I would say he's a bit weaker than that, but that seems about right because Gakusho, he's looking pretty nice. Like he's looking like he's around Yokaru level, and I expect Kotaro to be around that level too, which makes Yokaru even more of a bum. But you know,
Well, I expected him to be stronger. Well, not for nothing. I still expect him to be stronger than Giaga and the other dude. So that's why I say Gyoun level. But
oh, in terms of just like martial ability,
well, no, just like overall, like general. Like okay, just pure martial ability, he's probably weaker than Giaga. But
yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know. I feel like yeah, I feel like technique and weight and shit will make up for that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jaguar would probably like handily beat him. But yeah, we could end it at that. We'll we'll probably get to at least the recent most recent Eiko chapter, if not the one before that too. But I definitely do want to talk about the recent Eiko chapter more in depth at some point. So we'll release that at some point. For now, here's a little tidbit of us just fucking around. Well, yeah, peace.